And welcome into another episode of Bama Geeks. How you doing?
Hello. Hi.
As you can see, 3 of 4 of us are wearing wrestling shirts. We are in WrestleMania weekend.
Yay!
Huh?
It's Wrestling Christmas.
That's right.
That's right.
So Jess is wearing a Shawn Michaels versus Steve Austin WrestleMania shirt. Bo has on a Johnny Ruckus tees.
Ruckus t-shirt. Wolfpack NWO shirt. Ghostbusters, I guess.
Yep. And even though WrestleMania is a WWE thing, I am breaking out the 7-star FTR for AEW.
Top guys.
Guys. Out.
Oh, well, I like I said, even though it's WrestleMania, AEW is here for me, guys. I know, personal preference, but AEW is there for me.
Yeah, and as usual, I'm fairly clueless about this. So.
That's all right.
But you have on the Tuscan Raiders, which is like football, which is sport. So it kind of all works together. Yeah,
thanks,
sci-fi
Jess.
sports.
Appreciate it.
And little tidbit, A&E did a biography on NWO not too long ago, and Ruckus T was actually featured in that A&E biography.
The version of that shirt that's got the white.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the white, the traditional NWO shirt. Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to our buddy Johnny Ruckus over at ruckustees.com.
Mm-hmm.
That is your free plug, Johnny. I expect no favors, favors for it.
Just lots of love.
Lots of love, buddy. We are coming off a really fun episode with Robin Shelby and Sean Spence.
Mm-hmm.
They helped us celebrate our 2nd anniversary as a podcast. We thank you guys so much and love you both so much, and look forward to having you on again.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll happen before too much longer. And now, as soon as we start this thing, I'm starting to get the hiccups.
Well, I mean, look. We just, you guys know that for the most part, we'll record our Patreon content beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got off this like 50-minute long Patreon episode where we were just about sewn up, guys. We were about sewn up, and then Jess introduced a potential new segment.
Yes.
And we got the pilot episode of Brock's trials and tribulations with things and stuff, basically. I'm being deliberately vague because I don't want to reveal what the name of it's going to be yet, because it'll be a new thing. But yeah, it's one of those.
Makes me think of the Dana Carvey from Saturday Night. Like, I'm old and angry, and I don't like things the way they are.
picture Peter Griffin with his, you know what grinds my gears.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're going to be doing with Brock. So he did this whole thing where he talked about this for like a solid 15 minutes.
I didn't mean to. We were getting ready to jump into the main part of the episode.
I played it. It's just it was just one of those things where I was like. And to sum this up, let's get over here and start talking to the podcast folks.
So thank you to our Patreon members for enduring 45 minutes of
lots of information.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a plethora.
There was a lot discussed there in that 45 minutes, and it was all wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want the real content that's unedited, and when I mean unedited, I mean like some of it can be you need to do the Patreon. Just subscribe to it for a month. If you don't like it, then just not. Yeah. But just try it out. That's our warm up generally. And so by the time we will take a break for a second, and then we'll start this, and we're still on a high from the Patreon portion.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting now.
Yeah. You're getting us revved up, ready to go. So.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Bama Geeks if you want to join. If not, that's cool too. We just appreciate you listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll do a round table. Let's see what everybody's been up to. I'm old and forget who went. I think Kevin, you went first last time.
I don't remember.
Who knows? Bo, what you been up to?
Let's see. I'm trying to backtrack since the last time we've been going on. Let's see, not too much. Like I said, as me and Kevin was talking beforehand, I've been in like apparently early 40s is when you get excited about grilling and work and doing yard work because I recently restored an old riding mower I had.
Yeah.
What you wagging your finger at me for? What did I do?
I have never been excited about yard work.
I got
you. Well,
you.
Brock, you're weird. Okay.
I have a reason.
Yeah, he does.
Have I told that story on the podcast before?
We're not starting that segment yet, Brock. Okay.
No, not that one. Not that one.
But
No, my dad bought me a lawnmower for my 13th
oh yeah, that's
birthday.
right. You did.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I get that.
no, my 10th birthday. It was my 10th. Yeah. So
Hey,
for my 10th birthday, I got a push lawnmower, and I've hated yard work ever since.
I understand that.
Brock, let Bo have this.
I am. I'm just
Believe me, I'm feeling his energy because I'm the same way.
I've turned into those progressive commercials where you become your parents. That's what's
I
happening.
love those commercials.
Like I'm like,
I'm with you,
holy
Bo. Come
crap,
on.
This is hitting a little too hard. I'm not cleaning my trash can, but I'm
I love that one. That one came
that
on the
one's
other
funny.
night.
That one's good. I give them that. But no, I recently had an old riding mower. I've kind of restored it, got it back running, and then I've got one of those flat top grills, and I haven't used it in about a year because it's been, like I told beforehand, it's been a glorified cat bed. So I had to kind of get down to the base. Like it's got a cover on it, and it's right in the edge of the porch, so the cats like to lay there when the sun's there on it.
Yeah.
So now I've got me a hard. It's basically a canvas, whatever lined cover that lays on top of it. Well, I've got me a hard cover coming that I can sit on it. So now when they lay on it, at least it's not gonna, be a direct contact.
Like impressed onto it. Like, yeah.
And plus it'll help me retain heat in when I'm cooking. So that'll be another little.
Yeah.
So I'm getting excited about that. Like I said, in yard work, So like, I'm going to try to cook, and once I get it perfected, you guys will be able to come over, and I'll try to do some cooking skills.
No, I like that invitation.
Ultimate hibachi master.
Yeah, well, and like I'm gonna do a southern hibachi, do some Waffle House breakfast.
Heck yeah.
So at least you didn't turn it on with the cats on there.
That's true, very, very much. And yes, yeah. And like I said, I while I was cooking and cleaning / I got a little burn here. I guess I'm. Oh, it's about a week old, but I mean, hang
on. We're gonna let's
make Bo big.
Let's blow up the burn.
Let's see.
Hang on. This thing
he's trying to find the right button to click there.
No, I'm hitting the button. It's just not me.
Like me.
Hang on.
Brock, the moment's gone. The moment's gone.
No, it's not. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
400 degree. It's healed up some. I've been Neosporin, guys. So that's 400 degrees of grill on your elbow.
So for our YouTube audience, you just got elbow.
Yes.
Oh,
that's what I always said. If I was ever going to be a luchador, that would have been my name.
Elbow.
Yeah.
Elbow.
He's the bow. That's how many haters.
And that would probably wind up being the same in Spanish too. So it would like work out. You could go anywhere you wanted.
And that's like with the excitement of yard work. I'm also looking forward to when we finally get our tax refund. I'm going to buy me a battery powered weed eater. So it's weird. It's so weird. Like I'm still enjoying my mindless of video games and all that stuff, but I've reached like adult territory, and I don't know if I like it or I don't.
It's not odd. A lot of people find yard work and things like that, just therapeutic.
Yeah, but I do agree, because like when you need a break from the madness of inside the house, it is good to get out into the outside. I'll go along with that. So
right.
But beyond that, I'm trying to think what else have we been up to. Well, it made me think. I'll talk with this with me and with life. Recently with music, Oliver's discovered Weird Al, and he really liked Weird Al.
Nice.
We are loving some. Like
man.
And the cool thing about it is the polkas have been a gateway to get him to listen to more of my music, specifically alternative polka. So we have gone into Oasis, Beck, and all that stuff. Well, we got to talking at work, and we were talking about like comedian musicians, and I don't know like how we skipped on it, but we got to talk about like have we introduced him to Ray Stevens. So now we're in Ray Stevens territory.
Oh,
beautiful.
So
everything is beautiful.
Yes. Oh yes. We've done
in its own way
the serious stuff. But so far his favorite seems to be my favorite, which is his version of Help Me Make It Through the Night. Mostly thanks to we've watched a lot of the videos. So that's what we're doing. Also, it's giving me an idea. I think for a casual cosplay, I'm gonna buy me the red long sleeve shirt and a yellow cat hat and just stand around conventions and be like, "Did you see what happened here, sir?" Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I
So
did.
that might be a casual cosplay for anybody who's 40 and up, I guess.
How'd you get that big motorcycle up on the high dive?
So yeah, that's where we've been, and that's interesting. Like I said, and the cool thing about it, like an 8-year-old in 2023 enjoys Ray Stevens. So that's
it's timeless, man.
Yeah,
don't look, Ethel.
Yes. Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's been one of his favorites.
You referenced the streak, and I brought up the Shriners Convention.
Yeah. Oh yes. Made me think with it's me again, Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to figure out a great way to explain why do they need a weed eater, a Cool Whip, and live chicken. I mean, like, they're I'm like, they're gonna have a good time with those things. That's
just a silly song, and those are
exactly
silly things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you shown them the video to Mississippi Squirrel Revival?
Yes, I love
that one too.
Yeah.
We used to have We had a Ray Stevens VHS tape of all the videos. Yes. Okay.
And the cool thing about it, he has a YouTube channel, and a majority of those versions are uploaded on his YouTube channel.
Nice.
Which the man he's still alive, and still, like, he'll make a few silly songs.
Is he still doing this? Is he still doing his live show in Branson?
I think he has a restaurant, like a live show. Like, I've looked into it. Like, I'm tempted for us to go. Like, it'd be him behind the piano. It's outside of Nashville, I think. So
it's not Branson. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Yakov Smirnoff at a theater in Branson.
Well, they look
right.
Well, they do look similar. They do.
Yeah.
I know. I see that. I see that. But yeah. But yeah, that wraps up for me. Let me get out. But like I said, listen to
you brought up Ray Stevens.
2023. Yeah.
Oh, you brought up Ray Stevens. I'm so happy he's enjoying Ray Stevens, man. Ray was
dude, it's making me happy. He's like I'm introducing this stuff to him, and he's gravitating it too, and I'm getting in more into my 90s alternative rock, which makes this old 90s teen very, very, very happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kevin, do we have a final update on a project?
Oh, the fence? Yeah, the fence is done. Yeah, the fence is done. Yeah, it's was a labor of love. I think the final stats that came out was 10 and a half casual months working on it, which you look at that and you're like, oh my God, how did it take him 10 and a half months to build a fence? I did every screw, painted every board, put up every post, everything was done by me on this. It was about 450 feet total on this, with gates, with hardware, with everything. And I am very, very proud of it. I'm getting compliments all the time from folks that love it. And, obviously the whole home improvement thing never ends so long as you continue with it. So yeah, I appreciate you guys following along with me, especially if you've been following along with me on social media. You probably already know this at this point, but if not, fence is done. It's good to go. So
it looks beautiful, man.
As it is now, I will parrot what Bo is saying about home improvement, and not home improvement, but like yard work and things like that. That is my zen place. I don't have kids. I have 4-legged kids. I don't have kids, but I still find a lot of joy and just getting out on my mower. And I've got one of those fancy battery powered. I mean, come on, Mr. Electric, everything. You got a battery powered.
Electric.
I got a Greenworks Pro battery powered zero turn radius mower with it's got like a dump bed in the back and everything, and it's really cool. And I love getting out on that. And the coolest thing about that is that I can be like one of those guys and wait until it's dark, which the times change now, so it's later when it gets dark. But I can be like dark where normally people wouldn't be running their mower, and I can. Because mine doesn't make any noise, and I won't be bothering anybody. So I could actually get out there and flex my my headlights. But other than that, what else have I done? The company I work for, I do a quarterly trip to Michigan, and the real bougie area of Michigan is Ann Arbor. This is where this company is based out of, and Ann Arbor is not too far away from Detroit. And we were doing our meeting. I won't go into the fine details of it, but we're doing our meeting, and we've got this new office, and we're sitting there, and the whole time I'm it's colder up there right now, right? It's a little bit colder than it is here, but I had my jacket on, and we were just kind of doing our meeting. I look out the window, and it starts snowing.
Wow!
And we're talking like it was like clear, like super clear. And then it starts, we're talking not just snow, but like sideways snow, like blizzard snow. And then about maybe like almost exactly an hour later, you get the fatter snow that's, like where they're all clumped up and it's like it's really trying to stick. By the time we were done, I went outside and it was like it was in the morning. Like you couldn't even tell anything had happened. Wow. And they were like, yeah, if you don't like the weather in Michigan, just wait an hour this time. And I was like, okay, well, it's good to know that you guys have that crazy weather just like we do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. So other than that, just continuing to work on home projects. That's a big deal. I've got anybody that follows me on socials. I'm not hard to look up. We've got my Cake Develops there if you want to look me up. I'm always posting about it on Instagram and things like that. I don't do it on Twitter. I don't post there. Maybe I should, but I've got a lot of things planned that will be in addition to the fence. I've completed replacing my the access door to my crawl space today. It was literally falling off the hinges, and I replaced that, and it's a nice color that matches the fence, and it's just I'm super enjoying like what do they call it, guy nesting at this point. I'm nesting, but I'm like it's just like outside stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we need to get Kevin a jacket that says Mr. Electric, like Homer had Mr. Plow.
He is our own Louis the Lightning Bug.
That's right.
It's funny because I literally have Louis the Lightning Bug on the side of my car.
Or do we call him Kilowatt Kevin?
Yeah.
I've actually considered getting a tattoo of Louis the Lightning Bug on me.
That's
because
awesome.
I love that. That was one of my favorite like little shorts from when we were a kid. Most people, unless you're old like us, you probably don't remember, Louis the Lightning Bug. But that was the whole teaching kids about electricity and how it will kill you through comedy and through the songs. I mean, a lot of the songs I can still remember, just like Conjunction Junction and all the all those other songs. So
you stay with you.
You got to be cool with chords, my friend.
Did they? Am I misremembering that they had, like, when we were in elementary school and they had that commercial on, they had like coloring books they would bring to the schools?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and there was I think that at that time there was a federal program that was funding, just the whole awareness, and then you would have like electric co-ops. Like if you go on YouTube right now and look up Louis the Lightning Bug, odds are you're going to get a video from like South Carolina.
Right.
Electric co-op.
Yeah.
And you won't find the ones from Alabama. It's almost always something from some other state, because I think every co-op was getting money to promote that.
Right.
In the regional markets, and that's the reason everybody knows about it. If you're of a certain age, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
That brings up a memory. My dad used to be kind of the liaison for the Alabama State Troopers to several of our schools around there. He was that for a while, and he always kept a stack of Alabama State Trooper coloring books, and he would bring a lot home. And I had several of them. I'd give anything to have one of those again. That's the first time I thought about that.
That made me think with stuff like that. Like it was towards when I was younger. They had. I know this was Alabama because I remember she was an Alabama character, but Auntie Litter. She was a lady that Auntie Litter. She was a very keep
I don't
Alabama
remember
clean.
I remember that.
I don't remember that either.
I do.
It might have been it might have been more. Well, you're in our.
Maybe it was more local here to Birmingham, though.
Might have been, or like
But I do remember her as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So, as far as myself and Jess, I've been doing a side project for a buddy of mine, which has taken up my this past week. But before that, Jess and I got to go over to Atlanta she had a kind of a work town hall. So we went over there and stayed last weekend, and we just happened to stay right across the street from Toylanta.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's the first time we'd been to Toylanta, just a big toy show there. We only went on Sunday, so a lot of the good stuff had already been picked over. I did find 3 out of 4 toys that I was looking for, and unfortunately, all 3 out of 4 toys were out of my price range. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But we didn't leave empty-handed.
Not completely.
No, I want to share some stuff.
Okay.
If you guys don't mind indulging.
No.
You know, nobody on this who listens to us or knows me, you know, they don't understand why I like The Little Mermaid. But anyway, I didn't pick up any toys. What I did pick up was a sticker book from.
Does it have all the stickers?
Mhm.
It does. It's just like you
What?
bought it brand new in the store. Yeah, here.
It's practically mint. I mean, it's mint.
Yeah,
It's amazing to me how
I
this stuff,
believe you, Brock. It's okay.
how this stuff pops up. Like the amount of stuff that just probably got like thrown in a case and forgot about, and then people find it.
Wow.
yeah.
I had honestly forgot about those type of sticker books
Yeah,
until I saw that book. I was like, I used to. I mean, I had
Yeah.
so many of these.
And then a Presto. I don't remember this at all, but this is a Rose Art Presto Magics, like sealed near mint playset from '89.
Mhm.
Nice.
And then what company did this one? Does not say. It's just, I guess Disney did it themselves, but it's a watercolor by number
Mhm.
Yep, I remember those too.
from '89.
Well, I
Has
bet
it been
that
opened?
paint.
No,
No.
everything's sealed.
But I bet that paint's just all nice and dried up by now.
Oh,
Though.
Yeah.
That's got to be horrible.
Yeah.
4-year-old paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the big reason we wanted to go to Toylanta, outside of just, you know, it was something to do while we were going to be over there anyway. There's a YouTuber, you guys, some of you listeners probably know him very well. We kind of run in the same circles. Pixel Dan. He's fantastic. He covers a lot of Masters of the Universe, you know, He-Man stuff. And that's because he wrote a big old book.
Big book.
Big,
Thick. Heavy.
big book, tells you all about Masters of the Universe.
A lot of He-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pixel Dan, I really wanted to meet him. He's in the toy community. He's one of the most positive,
Mhm.
And nicest people you want to see. And he does great reviews. And like I said, he's positive. So many toy channels on YouTube, and toy influencers, I guess they're just, they have beefs.
Yeah.
You know,
You wouldn't think that so much drama exists in this type of
in the toy
content,
community. Yeah.
but it does.
Man,
Yeah.
I've learned if it exists, there's going to be some kind of
True.
that's just life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Pixel Dan, there he is right there.
Mhm.
He was there, and so we got to meet him, and just as nice in person as you've seen on his videos. He's a fantastic guy. So if you get a chance to ever meet him, if he's ever at a convention that you attend, definitely check him out. But yeah, he got him to sign my book right there.
Oh, nice.
So, in fact, he's a big reason I started getting back into He-Man and collecting the Motu Origins line. I've got practically every Origins figure they've made so far, with the exception of 1 or 2 of the exclusives when the line first started that I missed out on. So I'm not going to blame him that most of our house is taken up with boxes of Motu figures right now. But just a sweetheart of a guy, and he's really good friends with another group that we've talked about often on here, YHS podcast. Yes, have some, which is between Pixel Dan, YHS, it used to be Toy Galaxy Dan Larson, Secret Galaxy, I think is what he's called now, on YouTube. There's only a handful of toy shows that I watch, and that's because they're all fun and positive, and Dan's one of them. I've been watching him for years, so it was a treat to finally get to meet him. But while we were there, and just jump in anytime, honey.
Oh, well, I didn't want to butt in or interrupt or talk over you, but yeah, just it was nice to go check out Toylanta, like Brock said, while we were there. We actually left Toylanta and made the decision to go from Toylanta to go check out Second Chance Toys up in Marietta,
Marietta.
Oh, I am so sorry. Marietta. What did I say? Marietta?
Yeah, you were thinking of Beretta.
Oh my god! I really don't know how that.
Like Marita, the bread.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be totally honest. I really honestly don't know why I said it that way, and why did it come out of my mouth that way?
It's just you were reading and going from there, and it came out. Hey,
I guess so.
It's one of those things. It's
all
right.
I don't claim to be the best speaker in the world. Okay, it's a fact that I can't say certain words properly. So that just goes right along with who I am. But anyway, yes, awesome toy store. This toy store was fantastic. We just could not get enough. We just kept saying back and forth to each other, Brock and I. It's like this is a great store. Oh my gosh, this store, and we could just spent hours in there.
Yeah, did you say the name of it? I can't remember.
Second Chance Toys.
Yeah,
yes.
Second Chance Toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are some things that I'm going to have to put back some money for and go back. My gosh, my entire childhood was in that store.
I bet
Everything in my childhood was in that store, just about.
I wish that I would have had, and not that we were really pressed for time, but at the same time, we didn't want to get home too late. But I could have just sat there and just pulled the plastic bins and just sat in the floor to go. That's if I'd have had the time, that's what I would have done. Just sat in the floor and go through all the little plastic bins of they have toys out of the loose toys and McDonald's toys and all these other things, as well as what all they have displayed in the case. But this is a fantastic store, and I actually enjoyed it more
than
Toylanta, to be honest. I had hoped that hearing that they were in a bigger location and all this, the layout was weird to Toylanta. I don't know, something about it, and the lighting, it was really dim in there too. So I don't know, just it was fine. I wasn't blown away, and it was really G.I. Joe heavy. Most of the vendors were G.I. Joe.
And because this group that runs Toylanta also runs Joe-Lanta.
Right.
A G.I. Joe toy convention there, which that's what I could not afford, were a couple of G.I. Joe toys that I had really wanted to get my hands on. I couldn't do it. But yeah, Second Chance Toys. Like I said, I got to put some money back to go back to that place.
How much Kenner Batman stuff did they have?
A lot.
Yeah, the Kenner Batman stuff is really making its comeback.
Yeah, they had quite a few things and some of the old Superpowers figures and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
But at Second Chance Toys, I'm telling you, we just walked out Little Mermaid heavy out of Toylanta and Second Chance Toys, but they've got this big wooden back puzzle.
Those old
these old golden puzzles. So yeah, these were hanging on their wall, and they're like, okay, we gotta. So the only thing I bought out of toy shows was Little Mermaid stuff that were not toys.
When we made it, we got to talking. We were one thing going back to our Disney trip is that we really didn't see a lot of Little Mermaid merchandise and things like that we wanted to come away with at Disney. So we kind of made up for it this weekend.
Yeah.
We got more Little Mermaid stuff outside of Disney than we did when we were at Disney.
Yeah. I've seen some of the Little Mermaid live action movie toys.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they were waiting on, the transition over from that.
Yeah. So
well, and in our travels while we were in Georgia, so we're Brock looks over to me and says, "Hey, do me a favor. Look up the address for the Creel House in Rome, Georgia."
From Stranger Things.
I was like, seriously? He was like, "We're probably a lot more closer than you realize." And I was like, oh, okay. So we get to actually, when we're at Second Chance Toys, because we're gonna see where it's at from that point on. So we pull up the map and we kind of saw how it was, routed out and everything. And Brock's like, "We can do this, but the way it's going to take us back home, there won't be a Bucky stop." I was like, "I don't care. I don't care. If I can go by and have a chance to see this house while I'm here, I will gladly give up a Bucky stop to go do this." So we took a little side route kind of home. Wasn't too much out of the way. But when we went to Atlanta back in September for Elton John, as we talked about, and some of y'all have seen the pictures, we got a chance to go check out some of the Stranger Things filming locations. Well, Creel House is in Rome, which is way out of the, it kind of wasn't in our direct, area of Atlanta as to where we're going to be. Very out of the way. So yes, we made a stop by the house. I don't know, Brock, if you wanted to pull up, if you have the chance to pull
You
up
have the ability to do that.
Yeah, hang on. Well, I don't have I didn't have my Facebook pulled up. I had already closed it out.
All right, hang on. We'll keep talking while we do this, so there's no dead air.
Right. So we got to the house, and my goodness, it is a beautiful house. It is it is gorgeous. I was mistaken when we pulled up because and it's kind of like it's like in a neighborhood. It's not. It's kind of like a really small area to get in and out of this particular neighborhood. But we did find a way that we could park across the street and go over. And there's kind of like a little public sidewalk area and little stairs that you can get on. And of course, they have the rope at the one point where it's like, hey, you don't go past this point because it is private property. Now, I was under the impression, I thought it was a bed and breakfast. It was, but it no longer is. It was actually bought, and it is private property at this point. Somebody actually lives in the house now.
Wow.
The guys that bought it when it went back for sale in 2019, they had to do a lot of work on it. Of course, it was. It said that it had been operating it as a bed and breakfast, had fallen into disrepair. So of course they came in and did their work on it. The only thing that I think that they made more they modernized about the house was the kitchen and the bathrooms, but because they intended it to be their residence. So,
and then whatever they did to keep Vecna out of there, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. There we go.
All
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, we blipped for a second.
Right, you're good.
But really glad
tell the kiddos to turn off Netflix.
One's got Netflix, one's got YouTube going. So yeah, we've got a lot of bandwidth going on in the house right now.
Tell them to watch it in standard definition.
Yeah. Downgrade their plan to ad support it.
Yeah.
But it was they did have to this couple was occupying the house still while it was being used for production, so they did have to do some set dress on the house, of course. And there was even talk about that they had to, okay, can you let the grass grow up on it and everything. And but of course they knew the significance, the importance of it, so it was just a minor setback.
Is it in the historical register as well? Did they have to maintain it a certain way?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't see a historical marker, or didn't know if that was
playground across the street.
Historical neighborhood. No,
no.
Yeah. I love TV magic, movie magic. Yeah, right across the street, it's like a funeral home and a lawyer's office.
Yeah,
right across the street from it. So yeah, when you're seeing it on the show, there's a big empty field with a playground. No, that is not the case. This thing is on a busy street. That we had to dodge cars to cross over to get up to, and that we parked in the parking lot of a funeral home.
Wow.
Which is appropriate for this house.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
there was I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to, there was something I had read, about that. That's actually, there is, the playground is in another part of Georgia, but the magic of movies and TV shows and things like that. Of course, they were able to, do all that when they shot to make it look different, much more different than what it looks like in person. So,
gorgeous house. I would not mind staying there a night, if they do make it into a B&B or something.
Yeah, I pulled up the Zillow entry and it looks like it went for 1.6 million.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit out of my price range,
but just a tad. Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous.
1.6 million. That the whole real estate jokes that you can say. I guess it gets you like a studio apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but gorgeous place. But yeah, it was. It's in Rome, Georgia. We got to take. I really didn't want to fight Atlanta traffic coming back anyway, because Saturday on the way over there. I was already not having it. I kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I think I woke up in the middle of a REM
It's Atlanta
cycle.
traffic, though, dude. So no one wants to fight Atlanta traffic ever.
I used to live there, and so I can handle it fairly well. But for some reason, Saturday, I think I woke up in the middle of a REM cycle, and my attitude was not the best in the world. And then, of course, you know, as you're getting off I-20 to get onto I-75, 85 there in Atlanta, traffic was a little slow.
Oh, just a tad.
And we had to get up to Buckhead to get her to her town hall, and the traffic in Buckhead, terrible. And then I had to drive 30 minutes away after dropping her off to go to our hotel, which I took a nap, and that didn't really help.
I will say, whoever owns the Creel House, it is your responsibility to host an amazing Halloween. Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to host parties. It just has to be amazing. You have this responsibility from now until the end of time.
Yep.
That it has to be amazing.
And
if you don't like that, you have to sell the house.
Yeah, it might be this generation's Goonie house. You know what I mean? It's important. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, and look, at least people aren't throwing pizzas on your house. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, the drive back home was fantastic. Beautiful. I'm telling you, that area of Georgia going down into Gadsden, Alabama, from Rome. Good night. That is gorgeous country.
That's pretty part of our region.
Yeah. If you can say anything nice about Alabama, and there are a lot of nice things to say about Alabama.
Yeah.
And
just a gorgeous state.
And to follow back up on what I was saying. Yeah. The Creel House is actually known as the Claremont House. That's the term for it.
That's better than the Claremont Lounge in Atlanta.
I was about to say, where's Chase Ambrose to pop in with that information?
No,
but I knew I had done some reading about it. But the playground was filmed on Columbiana Avenue in College Park, Georgia.
Okay, that's down South Atlanta.
Yeah.
College Park, Bubba Sparks.
And apparently what I'm seeing on here, it's actually haunted. Based on what I'm seeing here, it's actually got that it's actually haunted.
It's got the haints.
So.
The playground or the house?
The house.
I would believe it. It's got that eerie feel to it. And that's one thing that appealed to the ones that had bought it too, was that they had a love for, the things like the Addams Family and the Psycho House. So this just kind of fit right in with what they loved about, having the opportunity to purchase that house. It just, sorry, I was trying not to drag on, but I was just reading some of the things about the house. It said, that they'd set dress the house, after they had spent months removing the wallpaper, and the Netflix came in and wallpapered over the plaster again. It said the 1950 scenes were filmed on location at the Rome Mansion, the lights flickering, the Creel family around the dining room table, Victor Creel standing over his dead family in the foyer. It said for the 1980s.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
No, it's been over a year now.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, I think if you hadn't seen it by now. So for the 1980s scenes of the abandoned house, the crews carefully boarded over windows, and Fox distressed the siding. And for the upside down, they choked it in vines. All practical effects created with a lot of museum putty, foam, and Velcro as not to damage the house.
Man.
Then there was talk about how they, asked them that we need to let the shrubs and the grass grow up around it. But it said that Netflix also completely recreated the house on an Atlanta soundstage down to the most minute laser measurement. Attic scenes and many of the 1980s scenes were filmed there.
Yeah, minute, not minute.
Minute. See, I told you there's words I can't say, and I'm trying not to drag on, and I'm trying to be more speedy in my approach. So therefore, I'm now stumbling over my words. I'm done now.
Okay.